Hi, this is Lucky Robin, and today I'm going to show you one of the meals I make from my food storage and my homestead items. So first off, I'm using a can of salmon that I can myself, a teaspoon of garlic from our garlic braid from last year, some parmesan cheese, some green onions from the garden, and a duck egg from our ducks. Alright, first off, we need to break the seal on our home canned salmon. And then we want to drain the liquid off. Now, you could use this liquid to make a salmon gravy if you want to. Just the same way you would use any fatty meat juice and flour to make one. I won't be doing that here because I don't like gravy on salmon. Alright, once that's done, set that aside. You can also give it to your cats if you have cats, or your dogs. They will love it. They'll just drink it right on up. My chickens might actually like it as well. I'll have to see. Okay, once you get your salmon out, you need to flake it, and I found that the easiest way, other than just using your hands directly, is to pull it apart like you would pull pork with two forks. You want to get it into relatively small pieces. And this would actually end up making a good salmon loaf as well, but we're just making salmon patties today. And any little bones that you happen to come across, they are so soft from the pressure canning process that they're edible. They're not going to be poking you in the throat or anything like that, like when you're eating fresh salmon. That, however, which is a large bone, while it's crumbly, I still don't want it in there. But the little ones are okay. Okay, when you got it to about this consistency, that's right. And the next thing you want to add is your duck egg or your chicken egg or your turkey egg, whatever you have. Now, a duck egg yolk is much stronger than a chicken egg yolk, so I find it's easier to mash it until you break it up some before you stir it. And you can see it doesn't like to mix into its white very easily, so it does take longer to whip up a duck egg for, say, scrambling, or if you just want even consistency when you put it in something. But you get there. Okay, once it's whipped together, you pour it over your salmon. And then you will want to add your garlic. Try not to let it go out all in one spot. It makes it easier to mix it in than it does if you just drop a clump in the middle. You can leave this out. It won't be as flavorful, but I know a lot of people don't like garlic, or they don't like garlic first thing in the morning. And since I'm making this for breakfast, because we're short on eggs right now, because half the ducks are molting and we're only getting 2 to 3 eggs a day. This way I can stretch the eggs much further while using something that's been sitting on the canning shelves for quite a while. Alright, so you want to put some olive oil in your skillet. I'm using an electric skillet, so it's going to be about 300 degrees or so. It'd be about medium on a regular oven. Alright, so you want to make your patties. They'll hold together loosely. And you can do this actually with canned tuna as well if you want. And some people put breading in their salmon patties, but I do not. The parmesan acts as my binder with my egg. Instead, that keeps these as a low carb food, and since I only eat the higher glycemic carbs at 1 meal a day, this gives me a nicer option. Alright, there we go. Not quite equal in size, but that's okay. One of these will be my breakfast, and one of these will be a snack later in the day. And then my kids will each have one as well, since my husband's off on a job interview today. Alright, be back with you right after I wash my hands. Alright, so they'll cook for 4 minutes on the first side. Alright, the 4 minutes is up. It's time to turn it over. Now, I have tried doing it just 3 minutes, but that makes it fall apart when you flip it, so it does definitely need the full 4 minutes. Even then, it can come apart a little bit, so you gotta be careful. There we go, and now we set the timer for another 4 minutes, and then they'll be done. Alright, after the second set of 4 minutes, these are done. You can see they're nice and crispy on both sides now. And from start to finish, this took about 12 minutes tops. Delicious, easy, right from the food storage in the garden.